Welcome to Star Expose. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. Kelly Ripa has never been shy about sharing the little details of her life, the funny, the chaotic, and everything in between. But this time, the story starts in the most relatable way possible, waking up in pure panic. Imagine this. It's the middle of the night. The house is dark, everything feels still and peaceful, until suddenly you're jolted awake by your dog. You reach for your phone and it's lighting up like a Christmas tree. Dozens of missed text messages. Your heart starts racing. Your mind immediately goes to the worst place imaginable. Someone's hurt, something's wrong, something terrible has happened. That's exactly what happened to Kelly Ripa and her husband, Mark Consuelos. Kelly said that in those first moments, she and Mark were completely terrified. As she explained, whenever they see that many missed texts in the middle of the night, they immediately think something bad has happened to one of their parents. It's an instinctive dread that most of us can relate to, that sinking feeling in your stomach before you even dare to look. So there they were, in bed, wide awake, phones glowing, hearts pounding. Kelly hesitated before opening the messages. Mark, on the other hand, took a breath, picked up his phone, and said, "Okay, here we go." And then came the twist no one expected. Instead of bad news, instead of heartbreak, the texts were celebrations. Messages from friends, family, and colleagues all saying the same thing. "Congratulations, you won." Kelly blinked in disbelief. "Wait, what?" That's when Mark said the words that instantly turned their panic into joy. "Hey," he told her, smiling, "we won an Emmy." The fear melted into laughter, the shock turned into excitement, and suddenly that dark, anxiety-filled night transformed into one of the most joyful moments they'd shared in a long time. Kelly couldn't believe it. They had actually won the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Entertainment Talk Show Host again. Now, here's the fun part. This wasn't even the first time it had happened while they were asleep. The year before, they also found out they'd won while they were snoozing peacefully through the ceremony. So now Kelly's convinced that the secret to success, at least when it comes to Emmy Awards, is simple. Go to sleep. She even joked that they should probably be tucked in early every year on Emmy night, because apparently that's their good luck charm. And honestly, who could blame her for thinking that? There's something wonderfully poetic about it. While the world is awake and celebrating, Kelly and Mark are curled up in bed, just being their authentic, home-loving selves, and somehow the universe rewards them for it. It's funny, romantic, and very them. Kelly and Mark's chemistry has always been one of the things fans adore most. Their relationship isn't just a show for the cameras. It's a genuine connection built on decades of laughter, love, and a healthy dose of teasing. Every morning on their talk show, you can feel it. The playful banter, the way they finish each other's sentences, and the way they can go from discussing serious topics to laughing uncontrollably within seconds. They've built something truly special. Not just a marriage that's lasted over 3 decades, but a partnership that continues to thrive both at home and on screen. When they first launched Live with Kelly and Mark, people were curious to see how it would work. Would the same sparks they share privately translate to daytime TV? The answer came quickly. Audiences loved them. The chemistry was instant, the laughter was real, and the warmth they brought to viewers' mornings made the show feel more like a conversation between old friends than a polished production. Now, winning a second Emmy is more than just a professional achievement. It's a validation of that connection, proof that authenticity still wins hearts. For Kelly and Mark, this moment wasn't just about the award. It was about waking up together, realizing that all the long hours, early mornings, and endless conversations had led to something truly meaningful.
You could say that the way they found out, through a moment of panic turned into joy, perfectly represents their life together. A mix of chaos and comedy, fear and laughter, but always side by side. Kelly admitted that for a split second, her heart sank, thinking something had gone wrong. But when she realized it was good news, she laughed and said it was the best kind of surprise, one they'll never forget. It's also a story that makes you appreciate how grounded they both are. Despite being in the spotlight for decades, they still have those completely normal human reactions. They still worry about family first, and they still celebrate their wins like it's the first time. And that's exactly why fans love them. It's not just about fame or red carpets or fancy awards. It's about real moments, the kind of moments that remind us that life is unpredictable, but it's also beautiful. Kelly said she's grateful beyond words to everyone who supports their show, and even though they may not have been awake to hear their names called, the joy of waking up to that news made it all the more special. It's funny to think about. Somewhere out there, thousands of fans were cheering, producers were celebrating, social media was buzzing, and meanwhile, Kelly and Mark were just sleeping, totally unaware that they'd just made history again. That contrast between the glamorous world of television and the simplicity of their personal life is what makes their story so endearing. When Kelly later talked about it, she couldn't help but joke that maybe she should take naps more often if that's what it takes to win awards. And Mark, of course, agreed, probably because it's one of the few work-related traditions that involves getting extra sleep. Their sense of humor, even in moments like this, is exactly why people tune in every day. They make life's little chaos feel lighter. They remind us that joy can come from anywhere, even from a phone full of missed messages in the middle of the night. And maybe that's the real takeaway from this story. Sometimes life surprises you when you least expect it. Sometimes panic turns into celebration. And sometimes the best moments happen while you're dreaming. Kelly and Mark's Emmy win is more than just a golden trophy. It's a reminder that love, laughter, and teamwork can turn even the scariest wake-up call into something unforgettable. So here's to Kelly and Mark, first showing that even after all these years, they're still full of surprises, still full of love, and still making mornings brighter for millions of people. Because if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this. In a world full of stress and bad news, waking up to good news, especially news like this, is something to celebrate. And who knows, maybe next year when the Emmys roll around again, they'll both be fast asleep, dreaming of their next big win. And when that phone lights up again in the middle of the night, instead of panic, they'll smile, because they'll know exactly what it means. Thanks for watching Star Expose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.